let's have some fun. So this is the last week we're going to have creepers. So I've chosen the best of the best. Sorry, girls. I know that we opened the creeper door. And as it turns out, surprisingly for many of us, surprisingly, you might find this surprising. There's lots of creepy people out there when people find girls. I was as shocked as you guys. But the sheer quantity of creeper stories that have been coming in is like overwhelming. So I'm going to save some. Don't worry. I'm not binning them, girls. I'm not binning them. And we're going to have some more. We're going to have another one today. But just the sheer quantity. Just shows to go that some, you know, I know I'm preaching to the choir. I don't need to tell you guys, but I don't know. Let's just lay off the IRL RP a little bit. Not a lot. I'm not saying don't do it. I am saying that. But just stop. Right? If you're saying things IRL like blushes, red, with asterisks. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not cute. To anyone. I'm not saying you are a creeper, Nick. Well, I am. But for most people, not so much. You though, Nick. For real. Now, we're going to start with, I thought he is girl. Now, this is written by a girl, but the way it's pronounced makes me just think like, I thought he is girl. I thought he is girl. So I need to hear it. Our lady who wrote this just thought it was a girl. Thought he was a girl. That's all. That's all. So we're going to go with, let's go with Demel. Oh, that's lovely RP chat. 10 out of 10 for the chat, who are all joining in with the RP and really getting mixed in. Really getting mixed in. You guys are the best. Cuddles, blushes, the whole thing. You really are amazing. Looks at you fiercely is a good one that I've read recently. Looks at you with an intense stare. What is that supposed to even mean, dude? Like, why the fuck are you staring at people? That's really fucking weird. Don't do that. Don't just stare at people. Intensely as well. An intense stare. Okay. Hello, preacher, and a hey-ho, Mr. G.
What up, big doge?
It's a lady, so we could say, without it being any sort of feminist issue, what up, bitch? Because you said big dog.
But I don't specify by gender while I'm colloquially greeting a guest. Because that's sexist. You're sexist.
No, I'll take it. Okay.
I bet you do.
Oh, transport competition is tomorrow night. And it's closed. Stop sending them. It's too late. We gave you weeks.
Go back to you talking about taking it.
No. Just saying.
Ooh, Cherry Bakewell.
Stop sending them. Oh, yeah. Emma got me Cherry Bakewell.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
dude.
really?
Yeah, she got me 2 bottles of Cherry Bakewell for Valentine's Day.
I would have been it.
Don't pretend you can't smell it from over there, dude.
Get away from me.
Come over here and sniff me. Come on. Yeah, stop sending them. It's over. All right. I decided to share this weird story about a passive-aggressive German guy. All right, we'll have to change this name to the law. There we go. Don't worry, Demel. You'll be back. Okay. This passive-aggressive German guy called Delors, who couldn't understand the word no. The story begins in 2012, Mists of Pandaria, where I switched from private service to live. I am from Team Hungary, but at the time I felt more confident speaking Germans. So I decided to begin playing on a German realm. I picked the highest populated Alliance German realm, Antonidas, and made my first character, which happened to be a female Draenei Brewmaster monk. I don't think I've ever seen a female Draenei Brewmaster monk. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. I made my way to level 90 and began to gear myself up, when one day, sitting in Stormwind, I got a whisper. The whisper was, "Oh, is he lovely transmog? :3. I still don't know what that's supposed to be, the :3. What's the :3? Is it a cat face?
Is that shit YouTuber called from years ago?
Preach?
Bobby or Billy or some
Bobby Billy YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's cat face, alright. Before I answered, I noticed a female Pandaren monk called Delors standing next to me. And her name matched the purple text. I said, "Thank you." I had a hard time farming the staff, but I finally got it eventually. This got us into a conversation mainly about collecting transmog, which suddenly took a dark turn. I asked, "How are you today, Delore?" Question mark. To which he replied, "Actually, I'm quite sad." At this point, preacher, I should have listened to you because I was about to make the biggest mistake one could make. What's that, chat? What's the biggest mistake you can make when you meet a stranger and the first thing they say to you is, "Actually, I'm feeling quite sad."
Why are you sad?
Why are you sad? I asked. What happened? Please tell me all about it. Tremendous. But bear with me, because until this point, I thought I was talking to a girl because of the amount of smileys and asterisk hugs, asterisk, and things like that. I thought no one with balls would type like that. You can't be a guy, because, I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? With the hugs thing? Dude, come on, give me a break. Give me a break. All right. So then, Delore basically explained to me that very recently, oh, hey, F's at the ready, get your Bible thumps ready. He had been rejected by somebody he felt very close to. Around the end of our conversation, we asked each other about age. He said 18, I was 19 at the time. And this is where I discovered that Delore was a guy. I was shocked, as I had been caught unawares and had been stupid enough to reveal to him that I was a girl. Before I logged off, I had been added to the battle swag. Bastard. Maybe he's making a play. Maybe this is how he finds the girls, right? Pretends to be a girl, tells the sad story, shoulder to cry on, weeding out all the actual girls in game. Fucking smart, boys, actually. Fucking smart. The following days, we were doing LFR together. Mists of Pandaria dailies and transmog runs. Everything was fine. After a week or so, though, I found out that Delore was really boring. Sorry, D-Man. We kind of ran out of things to talk about. I wasn't great at starting conversations. I'm a bit of a social potato, but he was worse than me. So sometimes he said hello, I would say hello back, and that was our entire conversation for the day, despite playing together for several hours. Hello. Hello. Let us begin. See you later. That's so weird. How do you even work out what content you're going to do together? You just kind of know you've got a routine or what? That's fucking crazy. To be honest, I didn't care too much in the first place. But I didn't realize by not talking to him, I was building a monster. He decided to confront me, asking me why I wasn't starting conversations with him anymore. Why did I hate him? Oh my god. I've got a question for you. Why do you hate me? Huh? Yeah, I know we haven't spoke about anything in weeks. Why the fuck do you hate me? What did I do, eh? What did I do? I explained. I did try, Delore. I tried to talk to you several times. I remember, don't you remember I said things like, how was your day? How are you today? Etc. Lots of things to start a conversation. And your answers were always, nothing, or I'm fine. And you never asked me, Delore. You never asked me how my day was. How am I doing? I was asking it so often, Delore, that it felt like talking to a wall. Delore did not like this. Delore was displeased. Delore said, you know I have social anxiety and that I should be the one starting all conversations. Well, there you go. That's it. I'm told you repeatedly that I do not start conversations. That is your job in this friendship. Yeah, it's good science, actually. You know, right? That it's somebody else's job to start all conversations. I kind of apologized, although I shouldn't have, and I tried to move on. The next day, he said we should talk on TeamSpeak. I was thinking to myself, what if we have nothing to talk about? How are we going to manage on TeamSpeak? What if we end up sat there just in complete silence with each other? I thought about it. But I said, okay. And joined the TeamSpeak. When I logged on the channel, he logged on the channel, he linked me. I noticed there was another person there too, who actually turned out to be, and I quote, he whispered me this, his official wingman. Hey, you guys got an official wingman that you like let girls know? Okay, this is Demel. Oh, don't worry about Demel. He's my wingman. Like officially, like I'm just letting you know, this is my wingman. What a player! Oh, smooth, right? Fucking smooth, boys. It's so smooth. Just let the girl know. Oh, don't worry about him. He's my wingman. He's gonna be there in case I can't think of anything to say. He's gonna let me know what to do. All right, it's good. All right. His name was Demel. Demel was pretty immature. He was 18, and being a terrible wingman, he told me that Delore had lied, and that Delore was actually 15 years old. Oh no! Oh no! That's not a very good wingman. That's not a very good wingman at all. Good support, though. I was kind of not surprised. Delore was mostly quiet. Demel tried his hardest to get him to speak, mostly through making fun of him. He didn't reply very much. The strategy's not working, boys. It didn't take long for me to get bored of Demel, so I just logged off TeamSpeak. Shortly after, Delore asked me, where do you think you are going? It's alright, I don't like Demel. And that you're barely talking, Delore, so what's the point of me staying there just to listen to Demel fucking talk shit? Once again, he told me that socially anxious. He was also tired. And that I should be starting the conversations with him. I was kind of getting tired of this excuse. It was an excuse for everything. Later that day, he said we should move ourselves forward to make things easier. And we should join each other on Facebook. I felt guilty just logging off TeamSpeak. So I said, sure, why not? I didn't want to sound mean, but I'm not the prettiest either. But the eyes of him on his profile pic, I'll never forget those eyes. He's just a little chubby kid, and those eyes showed that he was dying inside. Before he... What does that even mean? Holy shit. Well, if your profile picture looks like you're dying inside, change it. Right? Change it. Let's do a quick roll check. And I'm sure you guys will be very honest. How many of you in the chat have a Facebook profile pic that looks like you're dying inside?
Weebs.
How many of you have one where it looks like you're dying inside? And I've put that up as this is the poster. This is what represents me. Every single one of you. Okay. Excellent. All right. Good to know. Clap, clap. Every single one of you has one. Awesome. I can rely on you guys 100%. All right, so everybody here right now, mine is me punching my sister. Every single one of you just got work to do. You got homework for the weekend, guys. Let's try and not put a picture up there that says, I'm dying inside, okay? Before he could ask me what I thought of his profile pic, I made an excuse and left quickly. A few days later, I was doing stuff on the Thundering Isle. We hadn't spoken since the Facebook adding, but I saw him come online. I knew I was going to get a whisper. Maybe he wanted to do transmog. Maybe he wanted to do something. The pink text appears. He confessed his undying love to me. Yeah, that'll happen. What do? I had to say no. I tried to make a painless rejection, but I had no chance. The literal next whisper after the undying love was him calling me a cold, heartless bitch. When in the end, despite me rejecting him... It's the best part. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Okay. All right. So he logs on, right? They haven't spoken for days, right? I didn't read this bit because the rest of it was fine. So this is the first time reading it. So he logs on. He hasn't spoken to her for days. And he just declares his undying love. Like, I love you forever and all time, right? So he's been stalking the Facebook. He's cracked a few out to the Facebook. He's good. He declares his love. She says no. So his response to this straight off was, because I'd hurt him so badly, would I still be interested in him in a sexual way? Boom. 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 Look, hey, don't have to be love. Suck a dick. That's all I'm saying, right? You hurt me. You rejected me.
About that.
You rejected me. What about sex, though?
But isn't that like an equally as good deal?
You were a cold, heartless bitch. Now get on your knees.
Look, that's what I mean, though. Bitches do that shit as well. It's like, look, I'm not after anything. I just literally want you to suck my dick.
Probably didn't call you a fucking arsehole before it, though.
Maybe that's her bag.
Maybe that's her jam. I don't know.
Spit in her face.
He did not spit in her face,
Well, that's
no.
pretty fucked up.
That's very goofed up. He should have spat on her and really found a connection. I told him to go fuck himself and put him on ignore. Before I could on Facebook, he had already put me on ignore. Oh, shit, he was fast. He had the Facebook open. Oh, he must have had it open to ignore on Facebook that fast. He must have already had a page open. Dirty little fucker. Dirty little German fucker. Flicking it the old schnitzel bean. Giving it the wiener schnitz.
No.
Yeah, he was. I thought, thankfully, this little nightmare is over. 2 years later, he added me back on Facebook. Asked me how is it going. I never replied. And a day later, he said if we would like to have sex now that he's 18. I said no and was put back on ignore again. He made a play. He went for it. He was all in, man. That guy is all in all day. Just straight 2 years later, out of the blue. Hey, what's up? Want a shag? No, back on ignore. Fucking move down the list. Yeah? Just ticking them off one by one.
You don't actually never know.
That's exactly right. Why put in groundwork if you could skip to the end? You know what I mean? He's playing the IRL like microtransactions. And you got to respect the moxie. You know what I mean? You got to respect the moxie.
Warp drive, mate.
Why farm? Why level up? What's the point? What's the point? There's no need. Hopefully forever this time. I hope you enjoyed my weird little story. You thought you had a weird story. Well, wait till you hear this one. This one is entitled The Great Goat Milking. All right, chat. Lovely people who are here with me on Drama Time on a Friday and all those listening to us on SoundCloud and on YouTube. It's about to get really weird. That's your warning. I'm saying nothing else. It's about to get weird. Okay. Right, we're going to keep Demel in because I barely used him and he's one of our superstar Patreons, so Demel can stay. How weird? Really weird. All right, let's get Hardy in. Hardy. Let's get... Oh, God. I assume that is... Oh, God, I'm not even typing. Mother trucker. Right, Rainberg. Hardy, that was it. Quill. And Palmer. I need 5 names for this, it says. You guys ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? Okay. Hello again, preacher, and that's sexual ghosty.
What it do, Viv?
What it do? What it do? Since my last drama time seemed to entertain a few people, I decided to tell another one of my great adventures. And thank you for reading my creeper story, by the way. I died from laughter. How did you write this? Okay. This is yet another creeper-esque story. But this one took a very strange turn. It all started on the roleplay realm known as Gilneas. It's pretty much a bunch of edgy kids trying to take down the even edgier people pretending to be royalty. That's the short way to explain it anyway. So I was enjoying myself on my Draenei, hanging out with my guildie who wanted to come and see what RP was all about. We were playing the Edgy Rebels, along with another friend of mine who I'll call Demel. So, me, my guildie, Demel, and Rainberg were enjoying ourselves on the massive boats out in the Sea of Gilneas. We were deciding that today we were going to be pirates, planning our piratey plans. Until there was a message in the chat. Looking for Draenei to milk. Come to Gilneas city basement. Immediately I use a disguise toy. I tell Demel and Rainberg what I'm doing, jokingly. And they just thought it was somebody trolling in instance chat as usual. If only that was the case. We leave the ship when this pops up, since Demel wanted to get some fake drinks from the inn. It doesn't matter that the inn was technically burned down. Demel wanted drinks, damn it, as she insisted to me when I told her about the burning inn problem. So we're about to order our drinks when a new person walks in. This person I will call Hardy. They walk up to my poor little Draenei and do an emote. Hardy knocks out me. I roll after this, as you have to in roleplay like this. I lost the roll. I was whisked away by Hardy to the basement. So I begin trying to plead with Hardy to let me go, to run from this path. Again, they do an emote to shove my Draenei down the stairs. We rolled. Hardy won the roll again. We're now at the bottom of the stairs. I'm begging and pleading, while Demel is spanning guild chat asking what's going on. He's there too, running into the wall. Another emote. This time I won the roll, to not get immediately shoved in what Hardy was calling the milker. Now, if you and your chat's first impressions of what the milker was is a massive dildo, then to be honest, when Hardy mentioned it, I thought the same. There was another roll. I lost. Again, I am shoved to the milker. Demel has no idea what to do, and I'm frantically trying to explain to him how we do role fights in roleplay. Now, with the power of looking back to this, I could have just explained as win the roll, but I didn't, because my poor goat was about to lose her innocence, and I was panicking. We rolled again, and I lost. The milker was turned on. For 1 whole minute, I watched as my friend stood by, trying to roll for no apparent reason, as they didn't know how to roleplay fight. And Demel watched on, doing / cackle, as I watched in uncontrollable laughter as my Draenei was getting milked. Then after that, Hardy said to me, "Kay, you've been milked. Get out."
Took my headphones off for a sec. What was that? Someone's getting milked.
She got milked. Against her will. She got put in the milk machine. The Draenei got put in the milk machine. Now, aside from the horrendous grammar that was used during our little roleplay, which is the office, that was my first problem as well. Like,
Grammar.
I've got to be honest, my whole issue with this is the grammar. Really poor quality grammar. Really poor quality grammar throughout the whole thing. I was upset, honestly. Why did the end of the story have to be that I was tossed away like a cheap whore? Not even worth a second glance. I had been milked, damn it, and I wanted justice. Hardy started his advertising again. This time, I was ready. I typed "run" into the chat. I started running through the street, Demel following behind me. I was yelling, "Don't do it! Hardy will milk you." A Lightforged Draenei arrived. The Lightforge was originally there to get milked, but then turned to the side of justice. Well, a fierce battle took place and the Lightforged won, and approached my Draenei, who was standing in the corner, still yelling about justice for the Draenei. Stop the milking. "You were saved," he announced. I emoted a hug of appreciation, and then moved on the story by beating the ever-living shit out of Hardy. She convinced me to stop, but I threatened her to stay away from my poor mage. By now, most of my guild knew what was happening. I was joking about it with Demel, and one of my closer friends in the guild even whispered about goat support for the milked Draenei, and we could start a little RP meeting for those who had also been milked. You're playing a different game, dude. I'm playing a different game. We're playing the wrong game. Aren't we? These guys are... There's a fucking meeting.
This is quality.
Milking support groups is what we need. Hashtag milk too. That is the title of the drama story, is hashtag milk too. Oh my god. I told him how mean he was about my poor little Draenei and how she would never be the same again. Hardy just said lol in response. And now here I am, a week later, feeling it's time to share my little story. Well, there you go, team. Hashtag milk too, man. You don't think about it, do you? You don't think about it, do you? You don't think about the poor Draenei who are being dragged into basements and being milked against their will. Right? You guys don't know. You've no idea what it's like to be in there. Jesus. But why? Hey. I guarantee you that Hardy was getting his kicks, man. I guarantee you that Hardy was loving every minute of it, watching her being milked, collecting the milk. What's he do with the milk? You guys want to finish that part?
Drinks it.
You think he just drinks the milk?
Fuck yeah.
The
Like
fresh.
Luke Skywalker from that thing.
I don't remember that.
Blue milk. Pulls it straight out of his tit and drinks it.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
See?
Yeah.
Space goats.
Uses it for loops. Makes chowder. Surely he's not putting the fresh Draenei milk on his cereal, man. There's no way.
Wouldn't you?
No. No, I wouldn't, honestly. No, I wouldn't. Right, I need my boy. Zafel. Light forged cheese. Oh, that's disgusting. Light forged. You guys are gross, man. You guys are disgusting. Absolutely gross. I'd let Tapatos milk me. Right, we need a guild name, chat. Before I milk you all. You don't want me to get milked. You don't want to get milked. I'll come in strong. I'll come in really strong. I will. I'll milk the ever living shit out of all of you. I will. I'll stick you all. You're all going in the milker by the end of the today. You're all going in the milker. The Draenei milkers. What else could it be? I suppose. The Draenei milkers. We've now made a guild of people with a milking fetish. I bet there's a few milking videos out there.
Of what? Fetishes?
Girls getting milked.
Oh, of course there is.
You said that so casually, dude.
I've seen them. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to lie?
I can imagine it getting
right.
really funny though, like shooting, because I've seen milk shoot far, so I assume you have as well.
Some of them do. It's good.
It's good. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Dairy Queen's pretty good. Dairy Queen, he's so unassuming. This low. Okay, you guys have watched a lot of. Okay, I'm not judging you guys at all. You guys do.
You seem to be the minority here, which makes you the weird one.
I can't imagine. I mean, I've seen a lot of live milking. It never really turned me on. I usually had one of my kids strapped to it.
Mate.
What's? I'll leave it to you guys. Hey, if we can get off to a magazine. Just saying. All right, okay. Hollow Preacher and Ghosty, if he has bothered to grace us with his presence.
What'd he do, Dairy Queen?
This is a bit of a tale, but I assure you there are quite a few golden nuggets in it for you. Hopefully you can get a little giggle out of it.
Is everything a euphemism now? I feel like everything's a euphemism.
All the stories written by girls are pretty filthy and innuendo. All three stories are written by girls today.
Then maybe I will grace with that presence.
Our girls are rocking the socks. And once we opened the creeper door, all the girls went, have I got a story for you? I got a story for you. A little bit about me. I started wowing Legion after my husband, who was returning to the game after a long break, convinced me to play. I started on a Warlock. But eventually changed to a Demon Hunter. And I've been in love with it ever since. What does your husband play? My husband found your channel within my first week. I had me keybound and using your UI. Fuck yeah! I'm happy to say, since you have turned me from a total noob with 2 O's to a pretty decent player, I've recently got into a raiding guild that is progressing through Heroic Antorus. Lies. I read on MMO Champion that I don't know anything about WoW at all. So you must be mistaken. But that's not where the drama is. The drama lies in my previous guild, which was, as you call it, the Cesspool Guild. Though I was roped into the idea that it was not a Cesspool Guild. Nothing worse than when you don't realize you're in a Cesspool Guild. I should start by telling you about my first guild, as they're the foundation of this story. The very first guild I joined was a Cesspool Guild. I figured this out by listening to Drama Time. Alright. How many of you listened to Drama Time and gone, oh shit, because you're in a Cesspool Guild and you didn't realise it before? Has that happened to many of you? I imagine it probably has. Because I didn't realise that when I said get a guild, that people were already in guilds. They just didn't realise they were terrible. That's not really how a guild works. I can't trust any of you guys. You're all going to say me. Even people I'm gilded with, right? They're all going to say, yep. Okay. My first raid was with this guild. And my husband said, come with us. You will definitely have fun. Nervous as I was, I bought some potions, flasks and food. Too hardcore, too well over the top. And I headed to the Nighthold. As I was standing there, another demon hunter came up to me and in /say said, are you even any good though? I didn't know how to respond, so I took the mage way out and pretended to be AFK. Smart. We got into the raid and made it up to botanist. My husband was the main tank for the guild. Nice. And after we wiped a lot, he said, these guys are really bad. We should leave. I like your husband. He's got the situation right. This isn't working. Let's go. So we did. I was shortly moved to the night shift after this and couldn't raid anymore. But one night while at work, my husband said, this guild's falling apart. And Quill, the priest officer and the raid leader, not only in this guild, but the one soon to come, says that she, Quill, we'll put Quill as a lady, says she has a new guild, a better guild, called the Draenei Milkers. And she's going to start this guild with some of the better players from our raid team. The Draenei Milkers is going to start progression on the new raid, Tomb of Sargeras, and I am going to move your character over whether you like it or not, wife. Apparently there had been a lot of drama and most of the guild left all at once, with some of the officers, Quill included, as she was an officer, taking all the guild materials out of the bank that we had been collecting. After this, my husband and Quill were slandered for being bank ninjas, and random people from the guild would come and spit on them in the city. So off I went to the Draenei Milkers, one that I could progress in, have fun in, and for a while I did. I was able to work on my rotation, and each week I got better and better and better. We progressed through normal tomb up to the host, and then we got stuck. But not to be deterred, our GM said that we should start heroic in the hopes of coming back and clearing normal desolate host with more gear. What the fuck just happened? Wait, okay. You got stuck on normal desolate host, so you're going to start heroic to outgear normal desolate host. That's not how that works at all. That's really scary. Okay. What do we think of the plan? Are we good? Are we good? Smart plan? All right, we're in. It's a smart plan. It's called logic. Sorry. Am I being an idiot? Am I being an idiot? Yeah, thinking emoji is correct. Okay, let's see how it pays off. Hey, it's ropey, but it might work. Most of the raid agreed with this, especially after we saw the item level of heroic items. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just look at all those numbers, though. It's like 15 higher than what we're getting. 15. And then it could Titan Forge on top of that. The raid agreed. We didn't have enough skill, people, or gear to go further than Desolate Host normal. A week passed, and then in came Palmer, a hunter, into my life. I had seen his name before in our guild and remembered that he had been told to shut the fuck up. But since I wasn't asking in Discord often, I don't know what his problem was. It turned out that we had absorbed the rest of our old guild. Palmer had been made an officer after we left, since there was no one else left to be an officer, and the guild finally fell apart after the main tank had his heart broken by a girl in the guild who had been living with him, but cheated on him with some other guy in the guild. Bastard. 2 of the players from that guild were worth having. The rest, nope. I don't even know what compelled Quill to let them in, especially since Palmer was a creeper, and had told her on multiple occasions that he wanted to do gross things to her. She laughed it off and brought him in on the condition that if he made her uncomfortable, Palmer was to be kicked. Let's bring in the creep. Ah, yeah, he's alright. He's innocent. Yeah, he sends me things about my butthole, but it's fine. He's a nice guy, right? He'll be fine. He'll be alright. The first raid night comes with the people from the old guild. And while we were waiting on people to be summoned, myself and the other tank began to clear the trash on Goroth. We were doing fine. But in the middle of it, Palmer decided to say his first words in the guild. Hey, guys, wait for me though. I'm going to pop this Demon Hunter's cherry on the DPS meters. He was talking about me. Not only did it not make any sense because he was a shit player, but it was really creepy. Who says stuff like that, I thought. I just put him on mute straight away. I like him. I think that's a good opening line, right? Really sets the tone going forward. Weeds out the people who don't want to hear you. You know, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good opening gambit. Creepy DPS is the best. I put him on mute where he stayed for the remainder of the raid and his existence in the guild. We did okay over the next few weeks, but it took us 3 weeks to make it... We did okay. I assume this is heroic. We did okay over the next few weeks, but it took us 3 weeks total to make it to the Demonic Inquisition. Where we got stuck again. Because we couldn't handle the interrupt rotation. Is that elitist of me? Is it? Sorry. It is the second boss, right? Elitist? Am I? 3 weeks for Demonic Inquisition heroic? Interrupts are elitist? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, make a thread. Just add to the current one. Just yeah, consolidate space, guys. Just add to the current one. Just go on, go for it. It'll be fine. But I told myself, we will get this. We have decent players in this guild. We just hit a wall. We'll get it eventually. We'll get there. All right. Toxic stream. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. Is that toxic, Andy? He's giving me the knowing look of a yes. Okay. About a month later, one raid week, no one showed up but the competent core raid team we had before. And we ended up clearing all the way up to host on heroic, where again, we hit that wall. We had told our GM and raid leader before that we suspected that our whole problem was the people who just weren't there that night. And this was the proof. Our GM ignored us and said we're going to go to heroic again next week. We'll get more gear and then we will finally complete normal tomb. You still haven't done normal tomb? Sorry. Needless to say, this is where things got bad. At this point, my husband and I were two of the best players in the guild. Which is a bit like saying you're the best in LFR. We once again stood in front of the desolate host heroic. Those nights that the idiots skipped. And then finally, our raid leader and GM decided to tell everyone that they had to show up. And they used the words, or else. Jesus Christ, man. Not that they would be kicked. Just caps lock or else disclaimer. They did show up. And because of their showing up, we could not kill Heroic Mistress for 2 weeks. A boss we had on farm when those players weren't there. Oh my god. This is insane. Oh my god. Okay. One of the worst nights I can remember. One of our warlocks named Zaffel decided it would be a good idea to use the warlock gate to help her when we pulled the boss, in which she accidentally pulled while the rest of the raid was running back from the last wipe and half of us got locked out. When we all got back the second time, she did it again. And then after we mass resed, she gatewayed again, tried and wiped us for a third time in a row. Okay, so just to be clear on what we're picturing here, in order to prevent wipe time, there's a gateway that goes from the room to outside of the room. That's the strategy you've employed. Nothing to help kill the boss, just strategies to get out quicker while you wipe. That's what we're using Gateway for. Okay. I mean, alright, I suppose. Let's carry on. This is going well. I wanted to log out of WoW right then and there. But we actually, the 4th time, pulled properly. This was Heroic Mistress. And for some reason, no one could figure out not to stand on top of each other with Hydra shots. People were intentionally running on top of each other. The raid leader was saying not, and still, at least 2 would do it. And we kept on wiping. On the final attempt, our raid leader told us to wipe it. And as we were trying to wipe, Palmer popped Turtle and proceeded to start talking about how much damage he'd done and to check the damage meter. Our GM decided a new strategy was needed for our guild. We were going to refocus as a raid team. We're refocusing. All right? Got this. We got this. From now on, our focus was to clear normal tomb. All right? We've got a goal. We're going for it. Normal tomb going down. We added an extra raid day to the week. But on Saturday night, normal kill Jaden fell. I would have been somewhat proud of this if, and I'm being pretty honest here, Preacher, our raid was pretty much geared enough realistically to go into Mythic. We tried Heroic again. We raided another raid day. This time, we made it up to Heroic Avatar. The wall was high. The wall was strong. We couldn't get past the first phase. Ranged apparently had a big problem that if you stand right behind the melee, you're going to die to swirlies and send spears through people. They only decided that it was melee's fault for being in the way. Kind of is. Kind of is. It's almost as if, you know what you could try? Oh, I think I've solved raiding. I think it's just hit me like an epiphany. What if... Now, bear with me. What if we work together? Think about that. Think about it for a minute, right? There's something dangerous coming from the boss, right? What if the melee move or the range directs it away from the melee simultaneously? Is that elitist? I think we could do it. Oh, I think that might work. I think that's the missing link. Doesn't work? Okay. Have you guys tried this? Sorry. Sorry. If you guys have tried it, all right, fair enough. Sorry, guys. I thought I'd hit on something. Never mind. I thought I just, you know what it is. Sometimes you think you found something new, but no. I'll make a video and see what the general public thinks. We'll see. I desperately wanted my ahead of the curve. I couldn't even pug because I didn't have the ahead of the curve. I knew my guild wouldn't be able to do it, and a friend offered to let me come with his guild for an achievement. I ran with them. They cleared Heroic in 2 hours. I had never seen a raid like this. Oh my god. Everybody, all right, raiders, when was your first raid when you had that happen and you're like, oh my god, is this even happening right now? Think back to the first time that happened. The first time you played with a proper raid guild and you were like, this is insane. This is actually fucking insane. Oh my god. This is nothing like what I thought this was like. This is crazy. This is nuts. Blackrock Foundry, Mists of Pandaria. You remember it, right? When you played with proper raiders and you're like, what? What the fuck? This is nuts. TVC, Siege of Orgrimmar. It's fucking good shit. Some of you might not have had it yet. Don't worry. Give it a try, because then you'll see what we're all talking about when we're talking about raid guilds. Then you'll figure it out, and you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a much better way of playing WoW. If you're into raiding, of course. Anyway. I learned so much in one night from the guild. It opened my eyes to what it was really be like. What it was like to be a player who was playing with other people who wanted to be good. The next day I was running around and decided to do some low keys with a friend in the guild. He had never tanked a key as he had just returned to the game, and I decided this might be the best way to get him used to it and get him some gear since he had run all the heroics already. Zaffel the Warlock joined us. I thought, cool, we could knock this out really quick. It's only a +2 Court of Stars. Okay. We're raiders and we're doing +2 Court of Stars. Should be fine, right? We got this, boys. We got this. Okay. No, we got this. No, we're raiders in the +2. We got this. It's the imps, right? Yeah, that Jugglist has got it. It's the fucking imps. It's got to be the imps. It's got to be the imps. All right, we're good. No big deal, I thought to myself. Nope. Very big deal. Very big deal indeed. Not only did Zaffel pull every single pack in the first few trash mobs, because, and as he quoted as we wiped 3 times, he kept reminding us it was just a 2. I'd like to remind you all, he's probably bolstering as well, right? It's probably fucking bolstering or explosive. He's just like AoEing the whole fuck. It's only a 2 though. Dude, it's only a 2. Yeah, what bolstering? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know if you can get bolstering on a 2. Okay. I tried to explain to Zaffel that he was new to keys. There's no affixes on 2? Oh my god. We're wiping in a 0 affix mupler. Sorry, I need a little elitist siren or something. Okay. Alright. I told Zaffel that our tank was new to keys. She pulled the boss and the ads instead of baiting them out and just laughed as we wiped. We proceeded to try and pull again, and right as the pull timer hit 2, said, "Wait! I need to put music on." I sat there with my pre-pot just running out. We depleted this key. Oh, we depleted the +2. But we carried on trying with a different key, and eventually after some practice, we worked a key up to a +10. After this, I was hungry, needed a drink, and I was very frustrated. So I decided to call it a quit. As soon as I left the group, I got a whisper from Zaffel. "Why are you avoiding me?" What? I'm not avoiding you. Every time we run together, you always leave and you don't say anything. Didn't even realize that I was being quiet. I'm generally pretty quiet, but it wasn't a dislike thing, so I wasn't going to bullshit her. I said, look, if you want an honest answer, we can get in Discord and talk about it. I'd prefer that instead of you playing this little avoidance game with me. I honestly had no idea what the fuck was going on, so I joined Discord for the guild. First off, I said, I'm not avoiding you, but I do have you on mute sometimes. And I'll be honest, I'll be honest, I don't enjoy playing with you. Wow. Shit, dude. I'm not avoiding you. It's not that I really don't like you, but I just don't like playing with you at all. No. Like, if we're in the same group, I actually just, I don't like it, because you're there. So that would be why. That would probably be why. Jesus. This was true, as oftentimes Zaffel was loud, wouldn't stop talking and goofing around, and it caused all them wipes in our +2 deplete all Court of Stars. And she made us feel like it didn't matter, and if others saw that she'd get away with it or paying attention, it meant they could too. I told her all this, and it went in one ear and out the other, and she just said, "Is it because I'm a girl?" Oh God, sorry, I thought this was written by a girl, but it's not, it's a guy. She said, "Is it because I'm a girl?" Because I'm all for girl gamers. And you. I said, let me stop you right there. No, I do not care that you are a girl. I couldn't give a shit. I only care that you do your job in raids. But you are one of the people that is the reason that we keep wiping on heroic shit bosses. You've shown up late. You show up drunk sometimes. It's infuriating and a waste of time to every single person who wants to progress. I mean, that's a pretty dank burn, right? Zaphel responded, though. So what? I'm not allowed to have fun? I said to him, you can have fun, but when you know the mechanics and perform, and it doesn't cause us to wipe. Her response, though. Well, the GM said that isn't what this guild is about. This guild is about having fun, and that's more important than everything else. Your problem is, you're a tryhard. But come next raid, I will try and be good. And if I am good, then it's for you. I said, don't do it for me. Do it for everyone. And that was the end of our little conversation. The next raid, she kept her word. And even if she didn't listen, she at least acted like she was paying attention. After one boss, she decided to whisper me. So how am I doing, coach? Fine, I said. Thanks for not being a dick. Eventually, a friend of mine and I started talking about LFR in whispers. But when I went to respond to him, my whisper went to Zaphel, since she was the last person I'd messaged. I was making a joke that LFR was like a hot ex-girlfriend that cheated on you. It's a bad situation, but you keep going back because pussy is pussy. As soon as I hit that big fat enter key, I told her, sorry, that was a mistell. She responded with, well, you're just full of positivity, aren't you? I just responded with a smiley. Eventually, we started working on Antorus when it came out. We never cleared Heroic Tomb. Avatar remains living for my guild today. After about a month of making it to Argus and wiping on normal, I was at my wit's end with this guild. Good vibes, smiley face, good vibes. I was at my wit's end with this guild. They had almost all been mostly raiding with me since I started, and I couldn't figure out how they couldn't deal with even normal mechanics. Even though all of them had been playing the game for longer than me. I started to look for a new guild, and after finally finding one that still is rebuilding their raid team after a long break, I went. My old guild invited me a few times after I left to go and run with them on the nights when I wasn't raiding, and I had a couple of IRL friends in that guild that I went for, just for the sake of it. To this day, preaching, I lie to you not. My old guild still haven't cleared normal Antorus. And on one of the nights that I went with them, the strategy the guild had decided on was to go to LFR as a guild to learn gradually. That is like a thing now, isn't it? That's like the second time we've heard that. That's the second time we have heard of guilds going to LFR to learn the mechanics.
It doesn't work like that, though.
We know! We all know! They don't know!
Yeah, well, it means someone in power in a guild has that mentality where that works, where that person needs fucking sterilising.
I told them this was a terrible idea. One of the worst ideas I've ever heard, and got told that if I didn't like it, I could just leave the raid. So I did. Yeah, okay. Bye. I am happy to report my new guild has 4 out of 11 heroic in Antorus, and once we get some more people, we hope to keep going. Thank you for listening to my long tale, and I hope you, Mr. Ghost, Lady Emma, and your wonderful audience have a great day. We will. I would suggest maybe moving up a little bit further than 4 out of 11 heroic. Just as a guess. Just as a guess. Unless you really like the guys you're playing with. Just as a little push. Think about it. Think about it. You can go a little bit further than that. What's 4 out of 11? Wait. Don't tell me. Gorathi. Doggies. High Command. Portal. Are you stuck on Ina? Ain't nobody stuck on ENR, mate. No, it said 4 out of 11 heroic. This is what it says. Look, I'll confirm it. It's 4 out of 11 heroic. I'm copy and pasting. Yeah, can you do ENR?
Which one's ENR?
Can you do ENR before Portal Keeper? And I've never done it, but can you do that? We always go Portal Keeper ENR, like since time began.
1, 2, 3.
Portal Keeper. Of course you can. Hey! I've never done it. Yeah, you can. Alright, so it's got to be Portal Keeper, right? Ain't nobody stuck on Ian, huh? That ain't happening. That ain't happening. But yeah, consider trying a little bit harder than that. Consider going a bit further than that. If you're raiding and giving your time, you could do better than that. I believe in you. I think you could do it. Take that Warlock with you. Depleting +2s is cool. It's good. It's good. I know you do it in LFR, because I've had to go and get my fucking Mythic cash out of there. I know you can do it in there. But why would you, though? Because, alright, real question. This is going to sound elitist, but I need to know. Are there lots of guilds stuck on Portal Keeper Heroic? Oh, wait a minute. The easy order is you go Garothi, do the dogs, then you go to Ionar, and then you can do Portal Keeper or High Command.
You can do that.
That's really around the place, isn't it? I mean, that's like back and forth all over the damn place. That sounds really irritating to move around. Oh well, you guys do what you gotta do. I don't mind. As long as you're killing something and progressing, I'm a happy bunny. I'm a happy bunny. Ladies and gents, we are back tomorrow. Transmog competition. Styling and profiling. We're going to be looking at what you sent us. Some good. Some, and I believe Andy used the word chaff.
Chaff amongst the wheat, mate.
There is some chaff amongst the wheat. So strong spines tomorrow. Strong spines tomorrow.
Thick
I think
skin.
I'm going to get myself, yeah, thick skin required. Thick skin required. Coven's RNG. I don't think Coven's RNG.
No, it's not.
No, Coven's not RNG. Will do, Retsmar. Will do, dude. Don't worry. Thank you very much, everybody. It is? You're blowing my mind. Coven's RNG?
Coven Heroic's not RNG either. Maybe there's a mechanic on Mythic or something.
Oh, the order that things come in is RNG. Yeah, but you have a counter for all of them, right?
Yes. A very long counter.
What do you mean?
Do they mean the pools on the
Oh,
floor and
stop.
shit
Yeah,
like
but you can
that?
counter all them. You can counter all them. Trust me, you can. It could suck, but it's counterable. For sure. 100% of the time. 100%. Alright, anyway. Rough. Peace. No, we did it without mass grip yesterday on Heroic. For sure. Some are easier than us, but I wouldn't say it's a wipe causing thing. Storm and Lightning sucks. Yeah, that's a standard crossover in Mythic. Anyway, I'm going. I'm going to go down the well now. I'm going down the well thinking about it. But you can counter everything on that fight. Absolutely can. Without any wipes. It's totally fine. All right, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.